Today's class is on thermodynamics, introduction of thermodynamics, and introduction of some thermodynamical terms. My WhatsApp number is 9051659012. You may contact with this number.
Today we shall discuss about the thermodynamics, one of the most important chapter of class 11, thermodynamics. It is also in our physics class. Now thermodynamics this chapter actually deals with the flow of heat and work. First we know that for our car, for our bike, two-wheelers or four-wheelers, we have to buy petrol and diesel. For our mobile phone, for our TV, for our radio, generally we don't have to buy any electrical, any battery or etc. and so on. But in case of radio, in case of our transistor etc. and so on, we have to also, in case of our wristwatch, we have to buy battery. And also to prepare food, we have to buy LPG cylinder. So all these are actually the form of chemicals which may or has to transfer, which actually has to transfer into the energy. By using this energy, we have to do some amount of work. We are getting some amount of work. But here also the transformation of energy, one form to the another, and in sometimes the energy transformed into work available from it, our useful work we can available from it. So this is the actually part with which this chapter deals. So the chapter actually deals with the heat, transformation of energy and the work done. But actually this chapter contains 3 laws. But including zeroth law, there are actually 4 laws. But in our syllabus, only first law of thermodynamics and second law of thermodynamics are included. Again, I am saying that all these 4 laws actually are naturally obtained, not derived. Scientists not derive these mathematically, naturally obtained, but on the basis of these laws, rigorous mathematical derivations are there. But these laws also have some definition, limitations. Thermodynamics also has some limitations. First, atomic structure, molecular theory cannot be explained by the thermodynamics. Next part, the rate of a chemical reaction, which actually deals with the chemical kinetics chapter, cannot be explained by thermodynamics. Again, thermodynamics actually related with the initial state and the final state and also the state of equilibrium. But it doesn't deal with the mechanism through which the reaction proceeds. So this is all about the introduction of the thermodynamics. So this actually is the thermodynamical introduction. Now I am discussing about different terms, thermodynamical terms. First term is system and surrounding. So we have to clear these terms. Number 1 is system and surrounding. What is system? System actually total universe. So if we want to suppose measure the length of this pen, so we have to define clearly the end point and the initial point of this pen. So there is a boundary wall. So by giving a boundary wall, real boundary wall, we have to separate this part for our observation or experiment from the total universe. So this part is called that system. So system is that part of the universe which is separated by giving a real boundary wall for our observation or experiment is called the system. Now all other part except the system of the universe is called the surrounding. So we can write here the system and surrounding. System plus surrounding forms universe. So again I am saying that what is system? By giving a real boundary wall, if we separate a particular portion of the universe from the universe, for our observation or experiment, that is called the system, and residual part of the universe is called the surrounding. There are different types of system. Actually, three types of systems are there. Number one, open system. Let me assume that a cup of tea left open. So without using a lid, if a cup of tea, hot tea actually, then we have seen that some fumes are obtained or evolved from the cup. What does it mean? That means some amount of vapor releases. So the mass transfer is possible here because the vapor comes out from the hot tea. As well as after some time period, we have seen that temperature is decreased. That means the energy also get dissipated, energy also get lost and goes to the surrounding. So such type of system where the exchange of heat, that means energy, as well as mass can occur, is called the open system. So open system, exchange of mass and energy with the surrounding takes place. This is called the open system. Example is already given. Second part is the closed system. Now if we give a lead actually on the cup of hot tea, now we know that vaporization doesn't take place. Actually it doesn't come out because the lid is over the cup, and hence the mass transfer is not possible here, but energy transfer is possible. After a certain time period, we know that the temperature is decreased, and thus we can conclude that the only mass transfer is possible, energy transfer is possible, but not the mass transfer. Such type of system is called the closed system. So where only energy exchange with the surrounding is possible, but not the mass exchange. This is called the actually closed system. Now third is isolated system. The third point is isolated system. What is this isolated system? If that particular hot tea is poured in a flask, suppose Dewar flask, in a Dewar flask, a cup of hot tea. Now we know that inside the flask no vaporization takes place and also no heat exchange also obtained. So in such type of test, we know that in case of spacesuit, in case of spacecraft, all these are the isolated system because no heat, that means energy, as well as mass transfer is possible with the surrounding. So energy and mass transfer is not permitted. Actually energy as well as mass transfer is not permitted. So such type of system is called the isolated system. Now there are different types of walls also. There are two types of walls. One which permits the energy transfer. Number one is called the diathermal wall. Diathermal wall. What is this? Which actually permits the heat or energy transfer with the surrounding. So such type of wall like air, like we know that our wall of the house also, it can transfer the heat. That's why in summer season inside the room it becomes very hot. So such type of walls are called the diathermal wall. Diathermal walls are those walls which can transfer the heat. Exchange of heat is permissible with the surrounding. But also there is another type of wall known as the adiabatic wall. The second type of wall is called the adiabatic wall, where no heat transfer is possible. No energy transfer is permitted. No energy transfer is permitted. Such type of wall is observed in case of spacesuit, that means in case of isolated system. So isolated system are such type of system which contains adiabatic wall. So these are the terms. Now we are explaining the term different processes. What are the processes? There are different or several processes in chemistry. That means in chemical thermodynamics we have to explain different processes. Number one, in which the temperature change doesn't take place throughout the reaction, throughout the change. If no temperature change takes place, that means temperature remains constant. Such type of process is called the isothermal process. Such type of process is called the isothermal process. Second part, when pressure change is zero throughout the reaction, if no pressure change occurs, that means it takes place at constant pressure. Such type of change is called the isobaric change or isobaric process. Number three, in some cases we have observed that the volume change is zero, that means volume remains constant, and such type of processes are called isochoric processes. There are also some processes where the enthalpy change, we have to discuss this term in later. Enthalpy change, which is denoted by del H, enthalpy change is zero, and such type of processes are called the isenthalpic process. Isenthalpic processes. And there are also, number 5, there are also some processes which is cyclic in nature. Cyclic means A to B, B to C, C to A. These type of processes are called cyclic processes. For this process, actually, these are called the cyclic processes. For this process, del U equal to 0, because this is the internal energy change, del U. This equal to 0, del U equal to 0. So no energy, internal energy change occurs. But there are also, number 1, reversible process and irreversible process. And number 7, irreversible process. Now, what are the reversible processes? Are those processes, number 1, actually very slow process occurs in several steps, requires infinite time for completion. Here, this is a fast process occurs spontaneously, and finite time requires. Throughout the process, it maintains an equilibrium. Equilibrium is maintained in all the steps. Actually, such type of processes occurs in several steps, in all the steps, successive steps. So suppose first step with second step, it maintains an equilibrium. Second with third steps, it maintains an equilibrium. But here, no equilibrium is maintained. And the last point is maintained. Last point is, as it is non-spontaneous, so it is reversible in nature. It can be back, reversible in nature, because in case of forward reaction, the driving force is infinitesimal small amount of greater with respect to the opposing force, and that's why it drives to the forward reaction very slowly. The driving force is infinitesimally small amount greater than that of the opposing force. But here the driving force is much more as compared to the opposing force. So no reversibility takes place. irreversible in nature, irreversible in nature. So these are the conditions first. Next point is properties. What are properties in a thermodynamic system? The system can be obtained with respect to these properties. What are properties? Properties are some measurable and observable quantities on which the conversion of the system, that means transformation of the system, takes place. Depends actually. So the measurable, these are the properties, are the measurable quantities and also observable. Now properties are also two types. Number one, suppose this is a bulk of body. Suppose S is the bulk of body total. Now if X is the property, let X is the property of this bulk. Now if we divide this body into different segments like this, suppose, so this is suppose S1 with the property X1, this is suppose S2 with the property X2, this is suppose S3 with the property X3, and this is suppose S4 with the property X4. If or whenever the sum total of Xi from 1 to 4 is equal to X initial, then such type of properties are called extensive properties. These are dependent on mass, like energy. Heat also a form of energy, mass itself. So these are the extensive properties. Now if or whenever Xi is equal to X, this is the first case, extensive. But in case of the second case, if Xi equal to X, the property of a part of the system is the property of the whole, then such type of properties are called the intensive properties, independent on mass, like temperature of the body, density of the body, refractive index of the body. So part of the density, suppose we are taking a beaker full of water, one drop of water, density of one drop of water is equal to the density of the full of beaker, water containing the beaker. So water contains inside the beaker. So part of the system, the property of the part of the system is the property of the whole. Such type of properties are called the intensive properties, which are independent on mass. Now we have to discuss the state and path function at first. What are state functions? What are path functions? Suppose this is a hill. Now a person, suppose A, rises at the top of the hill through this type of pathway. This. And another person B rises at the top directly. So both of them rises the same height. Suppose the height of this hill is H, denoted by H. So this is the height from the surface, earth surface, to the top of the hill. So both of them rises the equal height. But the work done in case of A, is somewhat less than that of in case of B. So due to this type of movement around the hill, the work done in case of A is somewhat less than that of B. B rises upward, directly upward towards the hill. So in this case, we can say that the whatever may be the pathway, the height of the hill remains fixed. So the displacement of these two persons remains fixed. That's why the displacement, that means height, doesn't depend on the path. That means height doesn't depend on the path, but work done depends on the path. So this is called the path function, and this is called the state function, which depends only in the initial state and the final state. This is called the state function. So state function only depends on the initial state and final state. Let we have assumed that integration of dp from p1 to p2, we can write this p2 minus p1, and that is denoted by del p. So state function can be represented by giving a capital letter, and also the change in state function can be denoted by del, by giving del. But in case of dw from w1 to w2, integration of dw, we can write here w2 minus w1, we can write this, but the difference of these two is equal to w only, not the del w, and it is given by this is by capital letter, this is the state function, this is given by small letter, actually small letter, this is the path function. Path function cannot be written by giving a del before this. So this is the state function and path function. But internal energy, now we have to discuss the internal energy. Next point, internal energy. What is this? Internal energy is it is the energy stored inside the body, inside the system, due to the very existence of that body. So due to the very existence of that particular body or system, the energy possessed inside the system is called the internal energy. Actually, it is the sum total of internal energy is written as capital U, as it is written in capital letter, so we know that it is a state function, and also it is a kind of energy. That's why it depends on mass, and that's why it is called the extensive property. But this actually the sum total, this is the sum total of transformation, that means translational plus vibrational plus rotational energies of the particles of the body, constituting particles of the body, that means with which the body is formed, maybe atom, molecule, ion, radical, etc. and so on. The sum total of all translational, vibrational, rotational energies of these molecules, atoms or ions are called the internal energy of the body. So internal energy, this is not the kinetic energy only, this is not the potential energy only. So sum total of all these types of energies of the constituent particles, that means due to its very existence it possesses such type of energy. So it is denoted by the capital U, it is a state function, and it is also the extensive property as it depends on the mass, a kind of energy. Suppose, now we have to discuss the PV work and sign convention. Suppose it is a closed container fitted with a frictionless piston, and inside the container there is an ideal gas stored inside this piston, inside this container, actually ideal gas. Now let the initial pressure is whatever may be, because the ideal gas exerts a pressure over the surface, and to maintain this equilibrium we have to maintain a pressure over it. But if we increase the pressure from the initial pressure to P, let the final pressure becomes P. This is the final pressure. So initial volume was V1. Now the final volume becomes V2. Let the cross-sectional area of the piston is denoted by capital A. Now we know that the pressure equal to force per unit area. This is the pressure, force per unit area. Now what is force? Because we know that Force is equal to actually the total area pressure exerted on the total area. Actually the total pressure exerted on the total area is called the force. Now the pressure equal to actually PV work done. So we have to find out the work here. How much work is done if we compress this gas by increasing pressure over this ideal gas inside the container. So work done equal to, we know that, force into displacement. Now what is the displacement here? We know that the displacement is denoted by this black color portion. This is the displacement. This is the black color portion. We have assumed that displacement is small h. So F into small h. Now F, this is equal to F into small h. This is the displacement. Now F equal to P into A. What? We know that A is the cross sectional area of the piston. P into A into H. So this denotes, P into A denotes F into H. Now we know that P into A into H. A into H denotes the change in volume. A into H, it denotes the change in volume. So P into del V, that means P into del V is equal to final minus initial. V2 minus V1. This is the change in volume. Final volume is V2, initial volume is V1. So change in volume is V2 minus V1. This is the work done. Now work done is of two types. Number one, the compressible work which actually is done on this surface, on this ideal gas, and number two, extensible work. Extensible work. So compressible work and extensible work. Now in case of compressible work, so you have to maintain a sign convention here. So in case of compressible work, first, in case of sign convention, IUPAC sign convention, chemistry says that if or whenever the energy of the system is increased, that is positive, otherwise negative. This is the sign convention of the chemistry. So if or whenever the energy of the system is increased, here if we compress this gas, so the system is here ideal gas, and we know that work done on the system, this is the compressible work. Actually compressible work is nothing but the work done on the system. So work done on the system, that means some amount of energy stored inside the body, inside the ideal gas. So the energy of the ideal gas is increased, and that's why it must be positive. Here we know that V2, here V2 is less than V1. We have observed here from this graph. So V2 is less than V1, therefore V2 minus V1 is negative. So it must be negative. Here work done is negative. But according to the sign convention of the chemistry, work done on the system increases the energy of the ideal gas, and that's why it must be positive. So to make it positive, we have to multiply it with a negative sign. That means work done in actually compressible work equal to minus P into del V, because by using this negative sign we make it positive, because already it is negative. So to make it positive, we have to multiply it with a negative sign. Now this is for work done on the system. What is for work done by the system? If it is an extensible work, so work done by the system. In case of work done by the system, expansion of the gas takes place. So gas itself do some work on the piston. So the energy of the gas decreases. That means energy of the system decreases. According to this convention, according to this actually chemistry convention, energy of the system is decreased. Hence it will be negative. But we know that in case of expansion, in that case V2 is greater than V1. So W equal to P into V2 minus V1. Since V2 is greater than V1, it is positive. So it is positive. But we know that work done by the system decreases the energy of the system. That's why according to this sign convention, that must be negative. So we have to multiply this with a negative sign. That means minus P del V. So it is the work done extensible. That means work done on by the system, extensively work. So in both the cases, the expression remains same, minus P del V. So actual work done equal to minus P del V. This is the work done expression.